Hello everybody, this is Paweł Paczkowski with Graphite, and today we'll use Blender, a powerful, free 3D software to create a claw from Logan, the Wolverine blade. Obviously I'm inspired by Logan, I've seen it twice, I love it. And by the way, we'll create this 3D model so we can use it in about 2 weeks in After Effects to create that R-rated through the skull, through the head butchery effect. Alright, so we'll start by hitting X to delete the cube. X, delete. We'll change the view, we'll hit 1 and 5. We'll hit Shift A to add mesh. In this case it will be plane. We want to rotate that plane on x-axis by 90 degrees, so we'll hit R to rotate, X for x-axis obviously, and this couldn't be more obvious, 90 for 90 degrees. Thank you very much. We'll hit S to scale, and we'll hit Z axis, you guessed it, and we'll scale it up a little bit. We'll hit Tab to enter the edit mode, Tab, okay? And we'll hit A to deselect everything. We'll hit B, and we'll select those two tab vertices. Now let me show you how to go back in the first place. So Control Z to go back, and I'll show you another way of selecting things. It's by right-clicking on vertices, holding Shift, and right-clicking on another vertices. So you wanna, use whichever way is more convenient for certain scenarios. Okay, so we want to extrude this up. Before we do that, we wanna hit this icon here to snap during transform, and now we'll extrude. Hit E, push the mouse up, left click. E, push the mouse up, left click. E, push the mouse up, left click. And one more last time, E, push the mouse up, left click. There we go. Okay, now by pressing the middle button of your mouse and holding it, you rotate around the object. Okay, by holding Shift and pressing the middle button, you go up, down to the sides. Okay, scroll up, scroll down, zoom in, zoom out, as simple as that. Right now, let's deselect everything. We would like to add some edge loops. We'll simply do it by hitting Control R. Alright, left click once, position the edge loop where you like it, left click again. And let's add another one. Let's add another edge loop. Control R, left click, position it in desired location, left click one more time. Deselect everything. Let's go back here. This will be the tip of our blade. So we want those three vertices closer to this fourth one. We'll leave this fourth one right here. So right click and drag it closer. Right click and drag it closer. Right click and drag it closer. This will do for now. Okay. Let's select those two vertices. And again, we can hit B to select those two, or we can right click, hold Shift, and right click again. We want to move this one up a little bit. A to deselect everything, and let's select those two right here and move them closer to this one. Okay, now let's disable the snap during transform before we run into problems. Yes, now we can get a little bit closer here. So again, right click, move it, right click, move it, right click, grab it and drag it, move it. A to deselect everything. All right, so now that we got this out of the way, let's hit 3. Let's hit A to select everything, and let's extrude this to the side. Like just like that. Okay. All right. Now we would like this edge, obviously would like to be sharp. I mean, how are we gonna create those R-rated effects without the sharp edges? All right, so right click, shift, right click, shift, right click, shift. Now, by the way, you do not have to hold the shift the entire time. So for instance, you got those selected, you can release shift, because obviously you need shift and middle button of your mouse to go up and down. You can use the shift for that purpose. Release the shift, hit it again, and right click and right click. You can release the shift, hit the shift again, right click, and so on and so on. So let's select the rest of those vertices. Okay. And let's hit S to scale them on Y. So S, Y. S, Y. Scale them on Y. Just like that. Okay. So here's our edge. Let's repeat this process on the other side. Okay, we do not want to go all the way down on this side. S to scale it down, Y to scale it on Y axis. Why? Don't ask me why. Because I said so. Alright, so here it is. Let's go back to our favorite view. And let's bend the blade a little bit. To do so, we will use the proportional editing mode. Hit the button, enable, and the fall off, we want to choose sharp. Okay. Now let's select those, all of those on the top there. Hit G and scroll button to, to grab more or less area. All right, and this will be fair enough, I guess. Like I say, if you're working with a reference image, with a guide image, you're probably seeing that I'm retarded right now, but this will do for our purposes. Okay, so let's smooth this guy out. So we'll hit tab to exit the edit mode, and we'll hit this button here that says smooth. This will smooth it out. Let's hit tab again to go back to edit mode, and we'll go to our right side and click this wrench. We'll add modifier, and this modifier will be subdivision surface. It makes it more smooth. Now here, depending on your machine, you can increase the view, you can increase the render. Higher you go, more work your machine has to do, and slower it will get, but we will find at this moment right here. Alright, so the last step to make this blade a little bit sharper, we'll add some edge loops again. That's another point of edge loops. It makes the edges sharper. So Control R, add the edge loop, drag it up over here, like so. Let's add another one. here like so, and on this side as well. Control R and Control R once again to move, go ahead over here. And obviously this part will be in the meat, will be in the hand, but for now I would like to make it a little sharper too. Alright, and we done. Here's our version of the blade. Like I say, I'm not sure how accurate it is. I did it from memory, but it will serve its purpose. In 2 weeks, so stay tuned. In 2 weeks we'll use this this blade in After Effects to create that nice and juicy rated R extravaganza. This is Paweł Paczkowski with Graphite. Please comment, like, subscribe. There's much more stuff coming. I see you, I hear you, you hear me, you see me next time. Thank you very much.